Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox and take a close-up look at the Argos Home double-walled 8-cup cafetiere. So let's go ahead and open up the box. So in this box is a stainless steel double-walled 8-cup cafetiere or French coffee press or coffee maker. And now let's go ahead and open up the box. Of course, cutting apart the sticky seal that's keeping the box lid securely closed. And let's pull out that tab and pop up the box flap and take a look inside. You can see the cafetiere sitting quite nicely in there and bubble wrapped as well, and just making sure that there's nothing else left in the cardboard box packaging. And we're going to set the box on the right hand side of the frame, just right there. And now we can see just how large this cafetiere is. And let's pop it out from the bubble wrap packaging. And of course just checking through, making sure nothing else is left in that bubble wrap bag. And as you can see, this is a fairly large cafetiere, so good for entertaining or for large families. And you can hear just how substantial that stainless steel construction is with that thud as I set it on the tabletop, and just giving you a look before my prints get all over the stainless steel surface. And you can see the Argos Home tag as well. So this 8-cup double-walled stainless steel cafetiere has, of course, and obviously stainless steel construction, and it does have a 1 litre capacity as well. So good enough for up to 8 cups of coffee. So right there, giving you a look to the size. And let's see if I can rest it in the palm of my hand right there. So it is massive, as you can see. And let's take a look inside as well, just lifting up the plunger assembly and just being careful here. So there are some items inside. As you can see, there is a spoon as well, a measuring spoon, and it shows the size as well. Just let me set everything on the tabletop so you can see the content, and of course checking through inside to make sure nothing is stuck inside the body of the cafetiere. And let's set everything neatly so you can see all the contents and assembly of this Argos Home double-walled 8-cup cafetiere. So just setting the items out neatly across the tabletop right there. So right there is the Argos Home double-walled 8-cup cafetiere in silver, or of course obviously stainless steel with a very high shine polish. Okay, so let's start off by taking a look at the included paper. So there is a leaflet here, or pamphlet, about the instructions on how to use this cafetiere or French coffee press or coffee maker. It's right there, giving you a close-up look to the safety instructions as well as instructions for use of this French press. And take a look at the back of it right there, some reference details. So should you need to find out how to use this coffee maker, but cafetieres generally have a simple way of using it, simply putting several heaps of coffee in there, and then of course pouring hot water into the body of the cafetiere, and then leaving the plunger up on its maximum height or extension at the top before plunging it after about 3 or 4 minutes, letting that coffee really brew in there with the hot water before pressing it down. And of course giving you a look at the spoon. So there is a measuring spoon here, and you can see there are some measurements there on the handle of the spoon. Coffee 7 grams, 0.25 ounce per cup. It's right there, and giving you a look right there. Okay, so for fine measuring or measurements of your coffee routine, you can use this measuring spoon that's included with this cafetiere. Okay, and moving right along, of course, taking a closer up look at this Argos Home double-walled 8-cup cafetiere. So we've already seen the tag. Let's move the tag to the side or take it out so it doesn't get in the way too much. But actually, before I do that, I'm just going to give you one more look as it is before I start taking it in for that close-up detail. Just going to set that spoon on the left-hand side of the frame, where perhaps we have a little bit more space right there, so it doesn't interfere as we focus on the cafetiere itself, and just doing a little bit of rejigging to the items on the tabletop. So right there, nice and clear of this view of this shiny cafetiere. So you can see just how large this thing is. It is massive. So as I said, good for entertaining if you have plenty of friends or a large family right there. All the coffee needs are met in this single cafetiere. Okay, so right there, we've taken a look as it is. And now let's remove that tag so we can have a better view of the cafetiere and its plunger assembly. So let's see if I can get the tag off. Okay, so that's the tag pulled off. So now, much better view and look at this cafetiere. And you can hear once again that thud as I set it down on the tabletop. And of course it does have some weight to it. And of course that 1 litre capacity. Taking a look inside, you can see it does have a nice brushed finish on the inside. And of course, being double walled, it's going to help to keep your coffee hotter for much longer as compared to glass walled cafetieres. So that's the real benefit of having a stainless steel one. And also worth doing is, of course, when you're prepping it before use, is to kind of put some warm or hot water in it to even extend that heat retention of your coffee as it brews and stays in there. Okay, so just some simple tips right there, and just let me make sure that the plunger assembly doesn't roll off the tabletop. So just gonna set it up right there for now. Okay, so right there, nice good view. You can see double walled construction, so very, very sturdy. You can hear just how solid this construction is, and very importantly, you can see the spout construction, very, very robust there, with that thickness of that stainless steel around the spout. You can drop it and it's not really going to bend or dent at all, at least not that easily. You can see just how solid that is, and nice cleaned up finish as well. No sharp edges on that spout, and nice polished edges all around on this cafetiere, and that handle construction as well. Really, really sturdy. You can see just how solid this cafetiere is. Double walled, stainless steel, with a nice high shine polish on the exterior, and then a satin finish on the interior. Nice brushed finish, as you can see. So a nice solid construction. Around looks really high quality and finish. And of course, now taking a look at the plunger assembly. So plunger assembly right here, you can see the plunger handle and of course the stem or the rod and the lid right there. And of course you have the spiral plate or spreader on the top layer in this part of the assembly, and then you have the mesh that sits between the cross plate or plate at the end plate, and the spreader. So that mesh is stainless steel, as you can see, and that's where the water is going to press through when you plunge it down. And once again, very good quality finish with that polished finish. And once again, with stainless steel items such as these, you always want to make sure that they do have a nice safe, nicely rounded edges, no sharp or rough finishing right there. You can hear that lid just slide down the stem right there, or the rod of the plunger assembly. So right there, and of course you can always dismantle it, very simple. Just turn it should you need to take it apart to clean it and everything. As with most of these stainless steel, they do have a pretty standard construction, and just spreading out the assembly, you can see the spreader or spiral plate on the left, the mesh in the middle, and of course the cross plate on the right. So very simple assembly, just putting it together. You take it apart should you want to clean it more thoroughly, and of course just twisting it all, screwing it back on. That's all there is to it. And of course, to give you that extra leverage, just turn it from the plunger knob at the top. There we go. So everything does take apart very easily without any tools at all. So completely toolless disassembly and assembly of the plunger assembly for the Cafetiere. Okay, so nice overall solid construction, and you can see there is a cut off on that side, so to keep your coffee and lid closed. And of course, when you're ready to pour, just turn it so that this opening is facing the spout, so that keeps your coffee nice and hot for as long as possible. So right there, nice simple assembly and disassembly of the Argos Home double-walled 8-cup cafetiere. And right there, giving you various angles and looks at this French coffee press. So nice solid construction, nice and sturdy right there. So that's the Argos Home double-walled 8-cup cafetiere. Thanks for watching and happy brewing!